Chicago became the third location where Texas sent asylum seekers who've crossed the U.S.-Mexico border. Chicago's Democrat mayor called Governor Abbott's strategy racist and xenophobic. Abbott's office says if Chicago has a problem with it, they should take it up with President Biden. Fox 4's Blake Hansen has the latest tonight. Blake.
Steve, 75 migrants arrived in Chicago, and Governor Abbott suggested this will be a new stop for future buses. Governor Abbott now tripling down on his strategy of busing migrants to large Democrat-run cities. Chicago becoming the third landing spot. Buses arrived Wednesday night.
We just crossed the border from Mexico yesterday, and they say that we were going to be assisted here, and that's not true.
Chicago officials say they began marshaling resources for the possibility of migrants arriving by busload weeks ago. That after seeing similar bus drop-offs first in Washington, D.C., then New York City. However, Democrat Mayor Lori Lightfoot says Texas did not collaborate with local resources on the arrival.
It would be nice if they had collaborated with us. It would be nice if they had communicated who they were sending, what numbers, what their circumstances are, whether or not they needed any kind of medical assistance, whether they were going to be here in Chicago or going elsewhere. That's what a leader would do. That is not who Governor Abbott is. That's not what he's done.
Governor Greg Abbott launched his migrant busing program in April, saying it's meant to relieve the strain on border communities overwhelmed by people crossing illegally.
We are sending them to the United States Capitol, where the Biden administration will be able to more immediately address the needs of the people that they are allowing to come across our border.
With 1 month left to go in the government's fiscal year, Border Patrol agents have so far detained more than 1.8 million asylum seekers or people trying to cross illegally. That already topped the record set last fiscal year of nearly 1.7 million. While the ride from Texas is no cost for the migrants, the El Paso Times reports the state has already spent nearly $13 million for the rides. Lightfoot had harsh words for Governor Abbott over his plans to send even more migrants.
It is my prayer, literally, that this man finds some humanity and doesn't do that. But should he continue to do what he seems determined to do, we're ready. We are the village, and we are going to make sure that whoever comes to Chicago, that we're going to take care of them.
In a statement Thursday, a spokesperson for Governor Abbott said in part, if the mayor wants a solution to this humanitarian crisis, she should stop complaining and call on President Biden to take immediate action to secure the border, something the president continues failing to do. The Pentagon denied 2 requests in July and August from D.C.'s mayor for National Guard help with the migrant situation. Lightfoot says if more buses come, it too will need help from the feds.
What we have and will continue to do is welcome them with open arms and refuse to turn our backs on them in a time when they need support the most.
Mayor Lightfoot says that each person will receive a health assessment, a place to rest, and essential services while they figure out the next steps.